Good evening everybody, hope everyone is well. Just wanted to pop on to introduce myself and for people to get to know a little bit more about me and a little bit more about HomePhysio by Nicola and what services I can offer you. So my name is Nicola Coburn. I developed HomePhysio by Nicola as a home physiotherapy based service. So the physiotherapy service comes to you, mainly because access to services just now is so difficult due to the COVID pandemic. And also people are just a bit more reluctant to go out towards healthcare centres or hospitals, outpatient settings for physiotherapy appointments due to the risk of being in contact with others and contracting COVID. So I wanted to minimise that risk to be able to offer the physiotherapy service to go out to people's homes where they felt a little bit more safe and secure, where I would be in my full PPE protective equipment with my visor and mask and apron and gloves. And also to try and minimise that fatigue. So we all know what it's like when you have to get ready for an appointment. So you've got the whole having to get washed and dressed, having to get into transport, the duration of time on transport, getting out of your vehicle, the length of the walk to the clinic, and then actually having your physiotherapy appointment, and then the reverse of that on the journey home, which can be quite exhausting, especially if you have a neurological condition. So I wanted to take that part out of the equation and just have really good quality rehabilitation exercises within your home. Also, for that little bit of carryover, so when you're doing exercises within your home environment, what can sometimes happen is you can get better carryover from your physiotherapist doing the exercise with you, because you've actually done the exercises within your home environment and you're aware of, okay, I feel safe when I'm doing this exercise, say at the kitchen work surface, or I feel safe when I'm doing this exercise on top of my bed. So that carryover and that confidence can help sort of grow and progress rehab hopefully a little bit quicker. So what happens when you call HomePhysio by Nicola? So you contact either me through my email address, which is nicola.coburn@homephysionicola.co.uk, or you can call my mobile number on 0777 866 3470 when we arrange a phone call, or you can message me through Facebook and then I can give you a call back. When I call you, what I like to do is really get to know you as a person. So I kind of ask you a range of questions. So we do what we call a telephone triage assessment form, and usually that conversation lasts about half an hour. So what I do is first of all get your personal information, your details. So I get to know your name, address, your date of birth, which GP practice you're registered with, who your next of kin is and what their contact number is. If for any emergency during our appointment, I know who to contact for you. And also ask you, would you like that person to be present for your first appointment? I know it can feel a little bit daunting having somebody come into your home, especially if you live alone and you haven't met me personally before. That might feel a little bit daunting. So knowing that you can have your next of kin, who could be a relative or a friend, with you during the appointment, that is no problem at all. We then go through and ask you about your symptoms. So what symptoms are you experiencing just now? What is the reason for you contacting me? How long have those symptoms been going on for? How do those symptoms feel to you? How do they affect your functional ability, your everyday activities? What impact does that have on your quality of life? And then we go through a range of questions about your past medical history, what medications you're on just now, what your social circumstances are like. So where do you live? What's your access to your property like? How are you managing within your property? Getting in and out the bed and in your bathroom and things. And then we go through some safety questions. So we go through some physiotherapy red flag questions, which is just standard practice for physiotherapists, to make sure that there's nothing that we think. Sorry about that. There's nothing that we think we should be maybe directing you directly to your GP first before you come to see yourself. And then some infection control questions because of the world that we live in just now. So really our COVID questions, and also about your vaccinations and your COVID history. And then after that conversation at the end, we kind of talk about, okay, well, what is the main reason for you contacting me? What is your goal? What would you like to try and achieve with me? What can I try to help you with to make your quality of life better, make your functional ability better. And from that, we then have a wee look in the diary and see what availability that we have that suits you best. So what time of the day suits you best and what day of the week. At the moment I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 9:30 till 2:30, but I will try to accommodate you as much as possible within that time. So that's really what we do when you contact me, and you get to, again, if you have any questions, you can ask me any questions at all about what services I can offer you, and you know what you think your journey is going to be. So some people just like want that one-off assessment to say, okay, just come and have a wee check that I'm doing everything right, which that's completely fine. Some people say, okay, I haven't seen a therapist for a long time and I would like a physiotherapy assessment and then some rehabilitation afterwards. But when we book that appointment in, I already have that sort of essential information. I already kind of have gotten to know you and your circumstances. So that means that when I pop out to see you on your first appointment, we just need to revisit that conversation that we'd had. We revisit that form and make sure that we've got all the information correct, but also, you know, that way that you've been on the phone and you come off and you think, oh, I wish I'd said that. So that gives us opportunity to add any additional information that wasn't maybe covered in the initial phone call. So that's really about the initial phone call. So just wanted to pop on this evening just to say, this is what happens. Either you can call me or I can call you back. We can have a chat over email or messaging to begin with if that's what you're most comfortable with. And then when we have that call, as I say, it's a half-hour sort of telephone triage assessment phone call to get to know you better and for you to get to know me as well. So hope that's helped this evening. Don't want to drag on for too long. I will try to be good and pop on regularly just so people kind of get to know who I am and what we're doing with HomePhysio by Nicola. Yeah, I might even get brave enough to do a live. Okay, thanks very much for your time, everybody, and take care.